Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel. And welcome back to another episode of the Indianapolis Bolts Relocation franchise. In the last episode, if you did miss it, make sure you go back and watch it because it has the craziest postseason you will ever see here on YouTube. You better go back and watch it. And spoiler alert, if you're not going to go back and watch it, here it is. We are the champions. A 4-1 series over the Minnesota Twins. We finally conquered our demons of the playoffs. The past 2 years, going back to the beginning of the franchise, we made it to the wild card and lost. But we finally conquered our demons. Became the number 1 seed in the entirety of the NL. Beat the Marlins in 3 games. Struggled a little bit against the Phillies, but I think we took 3 games on the road against them. Yeah, we lost the first 2 when I was a little bit shaken. You can go back and watch the episode. I was a little bit shaken. But then going on the road, Shane Bieber, Hunter Brown, and I think we started, was it Hunter Green that started this game? I guess I could check. I don't remember who started this game for us. It was Hunter Green. He went 4 innings. He kind of got shook a little bit, but we rallied around him. We won that game, and then Hunter Brown comes in and dominates in Game 3. We take all 3 on the road, which is unheard of, especially when you go down 0-2. So we take that, and then we come back home and beat the Phillies in 6, with Shane Bieber, who was just the MVP of everything. Now, he didn't win. I don't think he won the award we needed him to win, right? Yeah, he didn't get postseason MVP, but they gave it to Buxton, of all people. A guy who lost in the World Series, he gets postseason MVP. I guess he had such a good postseason that they couldn't deny giving to him, even though Shane Bieber has been robbed. Adolis Garcia gets World Series MVP, but Shane Bieber is the MVP. He's our MVP of the postseason because we wouldn't have won half the games we won if Shane Bieber was not the guy that he was. I mean, look at those numbers. 3-0 with a 1.71. His whip was crazy as well. Shane Bieber was a stud. A stud for us. Unbelievably awesome. He's earned himself probably a lifetime contract, if we're being totally honest. I mean, look at this whip in the ERA. He pitched 42 innings, and he was unbelievable for us. Now, Kyle Harrison and Paul Skeens were a little bit shaky, but it was their first ever postseason appearances. I can understand that. I can kind of excuse that, especially with the season Kyle Harrison had in the regular season. So I can excuse it for now. If it happens again next year, we'll have some other conversations. The bullpen was great, as it should have been, except for Josh Hader, but that was my fault mainly. I don't know if it wasn't my fault. Maybe I placed the ball bad. I don't know. He allowed a home run and lost us a game. It was kind of annoying, but whatever. We move on. It is time for the offseason. If you're curious about the awards or the stats or anything like that, go back and watch the past couple episodes. We talk about the regular season awards at the end of the episode, and then obviously the postseason stuff you just saw. So it's time to get into the offseason. I have no idea what we're going to do in this offseason. I do know one thing. We are going to, first, we're going to accept our new contract as the defending World Series champions. We could go to the Rangers, the Braves, or the Phillies, but we're going to stay here in Indianapolis. That's the whole point, so we will sign our contract with the Bolts. We do have John Ozuna has retired after winning the World Series, so we needed to find a new hitting coach. Very interesting. Okay. Retired players. It doesn't look like we have any. Andrew McCutchen retires. I wonder if they'll put him in the Hall of Fame in this. Jason Hayward, Sonny Gray. Let's find out, I guess. Hall of Fame? No? Andrew McCutchen, I feel that's a tough one. I don't know if Andrew McCutchen gets the Hall of Fame because I don't think he has 3,000 hits. I don't know. That's a tough one. He's a very, very good player. I don't know if he makes the Hall of Fame. But we did just re-sign our entire coaching staff, basically, last offseason, except for our farm director. And we have to have a new hitting coach because our hitting coach has retired. So let's go for somebody slightly younger, so we don't have to worry about them retiring anytime soon. We could go for Dino, but Dino's 60. So maybe we stay away from him. David Vila? That might not be bad. He's got an A attribute grade, +1 contact, vision, play discipline, and +2 power. That might not be bad at all. I kind of like that. But then you got Kerry Enos, or Ennis. I think I like the power a little bit more. So I'm going to offer David Villa a contract, or Villa a contract. We're going to go 4.5 for 3 seasons. He should accept that pretty easily. And we are going to rebrand the team. Not anything crazy, but we are going to change the home uniform slightly. And we're going to give ourselves a little bit of a upgrade. So we're going to go pinstripes because, you know, I've talked about it before. I love me some pinstripes. I love me some pinstripes. So we are going to go pinstripes on the pants and on the jersey as well. Excuse me, because I think that looks pretty cool. But I am going to have to probably upgrade this. How should we do this? The piping style probably shouldn't be there then. Yeah, the piping style doesn't need to be there if we're going to go pinstripes, but the sleeves need to have pinstripes. That just doesn't look right if it doesn't. So, yep, there we go. Okay, so full pinstripes. I like the sleeve. I think I like the sleeve the way that it is. Do we need to change this? Or should we just stick with just the pinstripe? You know what? I kind of like just the clean pinstripe better. Kind of like that look a little bit better. Okay, so we've got the cap, obviously. It doesn't need to change. Do we need to change? I kind of want the lettering to look a little bit more red. So can I select this? Select all. Menu. Change color. Can I make it more red? It doesn't look enough red to me, but it's maxed out the entire time. So, I don't know. It just doesn't look as red as I feel like it could be. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. Oh, it didn't save the pinstripes. Okay. Whatever. Pinstripes. Piping. Get rid of that. And then piping here. Change the color. And then get rid of this. Okay. Perfect. So that's done. And then we go to the back. Or the pants. Pinstripes. Make those red. I think we'll keep... Do we keep the double... This one down the line, or do we just go full clean? I think we... I kind of like the line, the solid line. It kind of makes it stand out a little bit more. But then again, the solid just pinstripe look also looks good. So I think we'll just go clean on the top. We'll just go like that. The helmet's fine. The socks are fine. That's fine. The jersey or the coach's gear is fine. The catcher gear is fine. I think everything else is good. I just wanted to make sure that we had some pinstripe look for home. And then for away, I think we're going to stick with the black. I do like the black. But do we need to make fully black with the pinstripes? Because if we're going pinstripes, didn't we have pinstripes before on the unis, on the black unis? I don't remember. I don't remember if we did or not. Pinstripes, red. Then we go with none there. And then the pants get pinstripes. And then we remove the double color. Okay, does that look good? I think the pants need to be no pinstripes. The double color's fine there. Yeah, I think the pants having the black pants with the red pinstripe doesn't look as good as the red on the white. But the top being pinstripe and the pants being not pinstripe feels a little bit off. Because the Yankees... How do the Yankees do it? The Yankees have... What kind of... Hold on. I need to Google what the Yankee uniform looks like. Yankee home jersey. How do they do it? Do they have pinstripes on the bottom too? On their pants? I guess I just type in Aaron Judge. That's better. I'm not getting what I want. So Aaron Judge. Okay. Aaron Judge. Okay, so they do have white pinstripe pants too. I thought they did. I thought they had pinstripe pants. But their road unis is all... They're like no pinstripes, obviously. So maybe we just go with that kind of vibe and just don't go pinstripes on the black jerseys. And then we bring the piping back. Kind of like that, the two-color piping. And then we get the sleeves. Maybe we do a little bit of pinstripe. Maybe we do the pinstripe on the sleeves. We keep a little bit of that essence, and we do a little bit of pinstripe on the sleeves. That could be pretty good. What about just the back of the jersey? Maybe we should change the back of the jersey. How do I do that? I thought there was a way to change the back of the jersey. Oh, I guess we do it like this. Oh, okay. Oh, like this. Do we go like something like that? That feels a little weird, right? Oops, didn't mean to do that. That feels a little bit weird to have a double color. Especially with the white. Oh, I hate the red. I mean, we could do the red and then change the numbers. Because if we change the name and numbers to black... Let me try that out. Let's do the red, and then we'll change the naming and numbering if I can find it. Okay, here we go. So we change the outer to black. We change the inner to black. And then we change the inner number here to black as well. Does that look good? I feel like it doesn't. I feel like just going straight to the black would be better. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, so we're going to go back to the inner color red on both of these. And then we'll change... we'll change that to... Ooh, maybe the retro shoulders is better? Is the retro shoulders... I don't really like the retro shoulders either. Just the standard will be fine. So that is our new uniform. We bring the pinstripe whites out. And then we've obviously got the black unis. And I am going to adjust the stadium. But I'm going to do that off camera. So that when we play our first game, you can see it. But I will adjust our stadium and I will edit it. I'm going to cut right now so you guys can't see what I do. And then when we have opening day, I will show you guys specifically what I've done. Because I'm excited about it. So hopefully it turns out pretty good. Okay, I realized... that you can't edit it. That's just the stadium select. I got to edit it out of the franchise and then put it in. So I will do that. Don't worry. But now I kind of look like a little goober. But we're good. Everything should be perfectly fine. Indianapolis, yada, yada, yada. Perfect. We're good. Logo's fine. Uniforms are now good. Perfect. Let's finish. Exporting team saves a copy of this team. Yeah, I'll do it so we can save this version. We'll do bolts. We'll do bolts and then like pinstripe, I guess. Pin stripe. There we go. So that I know. Oh, I have one for blackaways too, so that's good. Okay, perfect. So now we save that version of the team. Perfect. So now that is good. All we have to do now is actually, you know what? Now that I've done that, I'm going to go edit the stadium and then select it just to make sure that we have it for next year. So hold on. It's another cut, but I'll be back in a second. Okay, I have returned, and I am ready to start the off-season exclusive free agency. Adolis Garcia, we are going to tender his qualifying offer to keep him around and not have to pay him too much just yet. Same thing with Freddie Peralta, Jonah Heim, Garrett Crochet, Andrew Vaughn, and Trevor Rogers. We're going to tender all those offers. Now, that is a lot of money. Ooh, it actually is way too much money. Okay, maybe we don't do that. Because that surplus, or that offer, pending offers is $128 million now. All right, let's make an offer to Andrew Vaughn then. So let's go like a 2-year deal, pay him like 15 mil. I'll do that. And then Garrett Crochet will make an offer of like a 3-year deal. I'll pay him 9 mil a year. Jonah Heim. We might even trade Jonah Heim. I haven't fully decided yet, but he looks like he wants to be a little bit more expensive. Okay, I guess I can pay you a little bit more. I'll pay you 15 mil a year. That's still a tradable contract. I'll still pay that. Trevor Rogers will get on a 3-year deal. We might even be able to pay him a little bit less. How about 5 mil? Peralta and Garcia, I'm going to keep on the qualifying offers. We're going to see what happens. As we simulate here. David Vila has accepted the Yankees hitting coach job. Darn it. That is not what I was hoping for. Okay. Now we have to look for another hitting coach. Is there going to be one out there that is not going to retire on us? I don't really want minus plate discipline. Trevor Bass is 62. Daniel Dunn, I was really hoping for that +2 power. That was going to be pretty good. Greg Dell doesn't look too bad. He does have the -1 plate vision, but that shouldn't hurt us too much. Although I'll go Patrick Blackman. We'll go Patrick Blackman. We'll give him $5 million. Oh, never mind. We'll make him a better offer here. We'll pay him that. There we go. He should accept that. Okay. The -1 play discipline shouldn't hurt us all that much, and he has accepted the job offer. Perfect. Today is the last day to tender the qualifying offers. I have tendered all the offers I needed to tender. Everybody's accepted their offers except for Crochet and Trevor Rogers. Our budget is $73 million. Jonah Heim's making a little bit now, but I've talked about how I probably am going to trade him. I don't really know what we do in free agency, to be honest with you. I have absolutely no idea. And free agency has now opened. We've got tendered contracts. We've got salary arbitration. We'll get all that done. Adolis Garcia is the highest rated player in free agency, but we have our tendered qualifying offer. He has until November 12th to offer or to accept it. 21.4. Do I think I can get him cheaper than that? I probably can, right? If I give him like a 3-year deal, I mean, it's about the same, right? I'd have to pay him, what, $1 million more if I get him on a $13 million deal? I'll offer him that. He's probably going to accept that more than he would accept anything else. And then Crochet's offer is cool. Who's the other qualifying offer we don't have yet? I can't see. But Adolis Garcia is not going anywhere, so we'll be good on that. Starting pitching. I don't think we need to sign anybody in free agency. Freddie Peralta is the other one. I definitely want Freddie back. And I can probably get him slightly cheaper. If I go with that, that should be good. Bullpen, Brian Abreu. We're waiting on Crochet to come back. He'll be our long relief guy. Would I rather go Brian Abreu? I think I'm going to stick with Santos and Uribe. We don't really need any pitching. I'm fine on pitching. I'm fine with our setup and closers. We don't need to bring in like Clay Holmes or anything like that. Or Jose Alvarado would be cool. But he's not the guy that we have to pay, especially because we have such a good bullpen already. I don't think Jose Alvarado is, especially for 85 over 6 years. We just don't have the budget for that. We're paying a lot of guys a lot of money right now, so I don't know if that really is the best option. Catcher, there's nobody really that we need. If we're gonna trade our catcher Jonah Heim, like I said, if we're gonna trade him, it's gonna be if we're gonna move him, it's gonna be in a trade basically. Nobody in free agency here. First base, probably not. Yandy Diaz is fine, but he's 35. How long is he gonna be as good as he is? Nico Horner would be kind of cool, but we have juice at second base, so unless we play Horner at third base or shortstop, we don't really need him. Alec Bohm, Matt Chapman, shortstops, not really feeling anybody there. There's not really anybody in free agency that we have to have. Really, we just got to bring back the guys that are needing new contracts. Like, I will go and tender the contracts of all these guys, and it's going to be pretty expensive. So, especially these contracts right here, these are going to add up pretty quickly. It's going to be what, like $8 million, maybe $9 million, close to $10 million after everything's done. So we're definitely going to have to free up some money at some point, and that money might come in the form of Jonah Heim. We just re-signed him, but we might have to flip that contract for something else, depending on how these other contracts play out. So let me go, and I don't think I'm going to do anything in free agency right now, because as you can see right there by our pending offers, we have a lot of money pending. So I think I'm just going to go and tender the contracts, and I'm going to offer the salary arbitration, and then I'll call you guys back in when I've got all that done, and then we can start simulating and see where our money situation plays out. All right, I have gotten it done. I've offered the arbitration to everybody, and I have offered the tendered contracts to everybody. So, right as we stand, we have a lot of pending offers, almost $130 million in pending offers. So I think it's safe to say we're not going to be spending any money in free agency unless we free up an entire load of contracts, which I don't know is going to be possible. Brian Abreu is the first big man to sign a contract in free agency, 5 years with the Astros. So he's going back to Houston, I think, right? If we go to the budget screen, we currently sit with $17 million. We can still free up the Jonah Heim contract. Freddie Peralta has accepted his finally, so now he becomes a paid guy. But remember, he got injured halfway through the season, not even halfway through the season last year, so having him back helps out even more. And especially because we saw the development of Hunter Green and Hunter Brown. They actually played a little bit better. And we saw the development of Kyle Harrison. So I like the bullpen a whole heck of a lot. We keep simulating here. Skubal has signed a 5-year, $106 million deal with the Red Sox. And the Red Sox also back that up with Ryan Mountcastle. So the Red Sox making some moves. All of the tender contracts have been signed. We have all of the the pending offers signed. So it's just arbitration. So it looks like we are going to have to free up that money. The Braves have offered me a trade. Cal Quantrill. They want to give me Cal Quantrill for Ben Valle. 19-year-old center fielder, 70 overall, 19 years old. I'm not going to do that because we don't need another starting pitcher. Certainly not Quantrill. Okay, so 40-man roster time. I'm pretty sure we have everybody on the 40-man that we would want to have on the 40-man. Camacho, Geronimo Camacho, I don't know if he matters that much. And Zamora, same kind of deal. The AAA squad should have everybody that we need. Cam Collier probably should be on, though. I don't know if he gets grabbed from anybody. I'm going to take Huerta off. We're going to take Roger Huerta off. I think he can come back from waivers. I don't think anybody claims him. And I'm going to put Cam Collier on the 40-man roster. Oh, never mind. We have too many guys. I guess I should do some math. So we have too many people on the 40-man roster. Do we really need Ray Segura? I mean, probably should have Ray Segura because he's one of our guys, like one of our first draft picks. Joseph Ortiz. Joseph Ortiz is 28 years old. We probably don't need him on the 40-man roster. That brings us to the limit of guys. And we don't need Owen Miller on the 40-man roster. That's just something we don't need. We don't need Monasterio. We need Monasterio on the roster. I thought that was somebody else. Everybody else probably deserves to be on there. So then the only guy, if I can add Cam Collier to the list, and that's probably it. I think I'm good with everybody that's not on there. Ha-Sung Kim signs a 5-year deal with the Rangers. A lot of 5-year deals being signed here. The Nationals have claimed Owen Miller off of waivers. You know what? You can have him. The Nationals have claimed Joseph Ortiz. So the Nationals have been scouring the waiver wire, waiting for guys that they think can add help to their team, and Joseph Ortiz is one of them. And the Cardinals claimed Roger Huerta. Wow, I really didn't think that Roger Huerta would get claimed, if we're being totally honest. I put him on there because I didn't think he'd get claimed. He does, in fact, get claimed. It's not the end of the world because we have Sergio Zamora, who I think is probably going to end up being better than Huerta if we go to the Cardinals. Roger Huerta's 26-year-old 70 overall C potential, and then Zamora's 23 68 B potential. So I think Zamora's probably got a better chance of being better. But it does kind of suck losing depth at the closing pitcher position because he was probably going to be our AA pitcher, I would think, a AA closer. We'll have to find out a new position there. It looks like Shohei was injured for a little bit, so now he's coming back from AAA. That's kind of weird. Dustin May signing a lot of 5-year deals getting signed here. It's kind of crazy, actually. Usually it's like a variation. There we go. 3-year deal with Clay Holmes, so he's going to Pittsburgh. Let's just keep simulating here. We don't really have to wait anymore. Bellinger's heading to Canada. Okay. To the Blue Jays. Dansby Swanson, Dan's baby, headed to Marlins from the Cubs for Luis Arraez and Johnny Reyes. So it's a big-time name in Luis Arraez to kind of make the contracts match up, I'm assuming. And then Johnny Reyes is a nice little prospect to throw in for the Cubbies. Okay. Very interesting. Nico Horner signing a 5-year deal with the Tigers. Alec Boehm signing with the Royals. Teams are making moves. Obviously, the lottery is now up, and we have the final pick in the first round because we are the World Series champions, the defending champions, as you would expect us to have the defending champs, to have the last pick. Blue Jays, they get Cody Bellinger, and now they get the number 1 overall pick. Congratulations to them. And it is the Rule 5 draft. Justin Dunn, Alberto Mondesi got picked up. He was on our team. It's not the worst thing in the world. Mondesi, I kind of was going to trade him anyway. He was kind of expensive, actually. Mondesi was on our team. He was in our AAA system, and he was kind of expensive, to be fair. Like, he was costing like $1.5 million or something like that for us. So it's probably for the best that he goes. Alejandro Kirk, heading to the Diamondbacks for a 5-year deal. And we are wrapping up free agency. Andres Munoz traded from the Mariners to the Braves. Wow, okay, not what I expected for 2 young prospects. Some very interesting moves are going down here in the offseason, the late offseason. But like I've said before, we don't really have the money to do anything. Sandoval signing with the Pirates, 5-year deal. And now we've come to the most important part. It is the arbitration period. And this will determine how much money we have left. We have $16 million in available budget, but that can change, obviously. So the arbitration panel sided with Tristan Casas. They sided with Hunter Brown. They sided with Christopher Morel. They sided with Sal Frelick. They sided with Paul Skeens. They sided with us for Felix Bautista. They sided with Abner Uribe. They sided with Andrew Monasterio. Teoscar Hernandez signs a 1-year deal with the A's. Rasmussen signs with the Rangers. And then Stephen Kwan, the panel sided with him, and the panel sided with Riley Green. And the panel sided with Gregory Santos. We got one out of those. We got one win out of all of those arbitration deals. That's nice. I like to see that. We have negative $17 million in available budget after everybody has been signed. We are in the red. You don't want to be in the red, but it's because we're paying a lot of guys a lot of money. So Jonah Heim's probably going to have to get got. Same deal probably with Josh Hader as well. Probably going to have to send him out the door. And I might be able to do that right now, possibly. Maybe we make one of those deals right now, and maybe it's the Josh Hader trade. Maybe we trade Josh Hader for a couple young pitchers. Is there any young pitchers that don't cost anything? There's a young closing pitcher, Virgil Simone. B potential. He's got good hits per 9. He's got a decent arm. His break is okay. He doesn't look fantastic. Eric Walls? I'm assuming it's Wales. Good break. Only a 3-pitch mix. His per 9s are not amazing. There's probably somebody better out there. But we have to do this because we have to look for guys that are cheap. Glenn Sato is B potential. That could be something. And they also have an A potential guy. What about if I toss a couple of these guys in here? These little youngsters out here. And we can toss in somebody else that's a little bit more expensive. Wes Clark. Can I get anything else maybe? Possibly? Question mark? How about... This guy doesn't look too good, actually. Oops, didn't mean to go there. There might be a chance to get another young player. I don't want to go too expensive, obviously. Is there anybody that might be a little bit good? We're not going to be able to get this dude. This dude probably looks pretty good, or does look pretty good, but I'd have to probably give up a little bit too much. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get him. So I think we'll just do this trade. We'll send Josh Hader to the Rockies. Who's their closer right now? Their closing pitcher is a youngster, Lewis Dell. Well, can I get him too? Can I get 3 closers and just add a depth to our bullpen? Is that possible? If I just toss a bad player out there? Yeah, perfect. I can get 3 bullpen guys. I can make them bullpen, and we can make this work. So we free up the money. We're no longer negative, and we get some really good bullpen depth. Now, I'm going to turn these guys into relief pitchers. Probably these 2 guys down here. We'll keep Lewis Dell as an actual closing pitcher, but I'll move these 2 guys to bullpen, relief pitching, and we'll have really, really good depth in the bullpen now, as in terms of youngsters. So that's really, really awesome. I like that a whole heck of a lot. And then the final guy is Jonah Heim, but he can't be traded until June 15th, so we're going to have to wait until the trade deadline episode for that, or close to the trade deadline episode. All right, so we get out of the negative. That's nice. And we have 1 too many on the big league club. So who doesn't need to be up here? Let me take a look at it actually in lineup terms. So our lineup is pretty deep. We have a lot of guys up in the club. Who is this? Oh, this is Adolis Garcia. That's right. He's playing DH for us. There we go. So we have a lot of depth on the bench. Maybe too much in the outfield, probably. So we either need to send Jackson Churio or Dylan Cruz down to the AAA system. And it's going to depend on who has the options. And Dylan Cruz has one, so he'll go down to AAA. Perfect. we are stashing some decent prospects down there in the minors. We got a decent farm system. We really do. I don't know if we can see it here in the offseason. We can't really see it here in the offseason, but we got a decent offseason or a decent farm system. And it looks like that is going to end our free agency. We really didn't do anything. But we made the moves that we needed to do to keep our world championship hopes alive, and that was to bring back everybody that we had on the team that was part of that championship run. So hopefully next year can be the same thing. We can go back to back. Let's hope that is the case. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Cup. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And the next episode, we will start our defense of our world championship. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.